got Tony in the hot seat.
Oh, wow.
What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Well, I'm a little nervous right now.
I know. I'm a little we'll be fine.
So, we brought Tom back,
Hello, everybody.
but Tom brought a friend.
Wait. Tom needs some cheers. Let's do that.
Yay!
All right.
But he brought a friend.
All
We've already had a few words, him and I.
There he is.
There we go.
All right. We'll give Jimmy some cheers too. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is Jimmy from the 714 with an Angels hat on, even though we're Dodgers and we're OG 213.
I came in with some major haterade today.
Alina has been
Dodger
upset
town
about
over
that.
here, buddy.
No,
Dodger
man,
town over
I
here.
know.
And the funny thing is the topic we're going to be having, I thought I'd be on your guys' side, but I don't know after he came in with all that.
Guns blazing.
Yep. Solomon, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Pretty good. You have a good weekend?
It's still going.
There you go.
My weekends are Tuesdays. That's what's funny about it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
Tuesday's
right.
my
That's
only
right.
day
Tuesday's
off.
your day off. All right. Well, gentlemen, I think we need to kind of get right into this one today.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
So,
so.
seeing as how I'm going to try to defend us as much as possible, women. I don't know if that's going to happen, especially with Tom
luck.
here. Yeah.
Good luck.
So I want to know, as we're all older, we've dated, you guys were married. I was married for that one time we don't talk about. For all
Confidential.
3 months. Yeah,
Sealed.
we don't talk about that. That was a problem. How do we feel about women today in society? You guys hear all this, especially on social media. I'm an independent woman, which I know not a lot of us are independent by choice. It's a must. You know, we have to take care of our house. We have to take care of our kids. But you guys hear it so much today. And the biggest term I hate, which Tony seems to love,
It's not that I love it. I'm just saying I'm more of accepting of it.
when I hear the word like, I'm a boss bitch, I'm a boss bitch. First of all, I hate the word bitch. I feel that if you allow someone to call you that, it's such a degrading word. But women today, for some reason, have just taken on that word. But if a man called you that,
Oh, yeah.
you'd be mad, right?
Offensive right away.
Yeah.
So, Tom, my question to you is, because we've talked about this, do you believe in boss bitches?
No.
Why not?
Well, I just I don't like the term myself. And I just think that they say that out of being hurt, being it comes from that point. It's just only coming out of a necessity. It's not coming out of women will step up when it's needed, right? They have to, right? When the man is gone or that he's not doing his job, then they'll move into into that role accordingly, right? But to be ideal or to be or to like glamorize that, I don't really think they want to glamorize that. I think that they really want a man to come in and take control, and for them to be able to let him lead. And if a guy is a real value guy, a man with character, a man with integrity, a man that's able to make good decisions and lead, then they will gladly allow that to happen. But they're doing it only based on they're either finding weak ass men.
That's what I
Yeah, they're finding.
absolutely agree with that. Like,
Yeah,
as far as,
so
like,
I think a lot of times a woman it will fall into place naturally. If she runs into that right guy, it will fall. So you hear like on Tony's, he had put a thing out TikTok, and one of the women said that she, that a lot of men are intimidated
Intimidated.
by these strong women, by this and I'm not intimidated at all.
I don't intimidate you, homie?
Mhm.
No.
Damn.
Now,
you don't intimidate me either.
now I will say though, like a few different women that I know, yourself, your sister, my girlfriend, are strong women, like straight up, like they're strong women, but they still know how to be women.
Right.
You still know how to be a woman. So when you get out of the line and you're now becoming so masculine that you're not a woman and you're not able to allow the man to, because you're just pumping your chest out. Like, come on, let's get real, man. You're not a man, you know. So who doesn't want a man to come in and protect you, a man to come in
make
when
you
you're
feel safe.
cold
But I think in the
and give
woman's
you.
defense, I hear you say that and I agree, but it doesn't really happen that often. There's lesser and lesser of that happening as we're older women. Like for me, I'm about to be 50. If I was to genuinely put myself out there to date, I'm not going to go find that. It's going to be really hard for me to find.
Well, it's happening less because these women are putting themselves in that position. Like, so you're either that kind of woman or you're not. So you're a catch from the beginning or you're not. It's not you become, hey, if he does this, this, and this, I'm going to be a great lady. It's like saying, we've talked about this before. It's like saying, I'm going to be a good employee when I get paid another $30 more an hour, then I'll turn good. No, you're either good from
Or
the
you're not.
beginning or
Yeah.
you're not. You either have that character or you're not. Like you don't just all of a sudden, well, I'll be a good wife and then I'll take his shoes off when I, no, you
Well,
know,
that was just like the other day when we were talking on the phone. We were like, if we were to go to the movies and we were like, you want somebody to take charge.
Yeah.
And we are like, oh, I don't want to be the one like, oh, are we going to sit here? Are we going to sit there? No, motherfucker, you walk up the stairs first.
I was telling him, I always tell people I need to date somebody stronger than me. And
Mhm.
people think I mean physically. That's not what I'm saying. Before, when we go to a movie theater, today you could pick your seats,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I remember going on a date, like, I don't know, 15 years
Mhm.
ago with a guy. And we
Yep.
walk in and it's kind of crowded. And he's like,
Mhm.
well, where do you want to sit? And I'm like, oh, we're never going out again. I'm
Mm.
done.
We're
You're-
sitting
you're-
at the top, in
You're
the center, and
asking
the very
me
back.
where I
No,
want
but
to
you
sit.
wanna-
Like,
right.
you're the guy. We're in
Take
a movie
control.
theater.
Yeah.
Where are we
Take
going?
control, yeah.
So
Little
for
things like
me,
that.
Yeah.
that is, but I don't, that's a guy that's stronger than me because
Yeah.
he's like, I got you. Let's go. This is
Right.
where we're going to sit.
Right.
And I don't feel like there's a lot of men out there like that. And that's why these women are becoming. Now, I don't like the term boss bitch.
Right.
Because I don't think you should get credit for what you're supposed to be.
Sure.
I'm a single mom with 2 kids. My choice, obviously, right? I mean, 16, I had 1 kid, okay, but 26, his dad and I didn't work out. I knew leaving what was going to happen. I chose to be in that situation, right?
Right.
I don't get credit now because I have to pay the mortgage, because I have to take him to school.
You're being a responsible
That's
adult.
my job.
Right.
So for me to now say, well, I'm a boss bitch, I did all, no, you're supposed to
So
do that.
I think kind of feeding off a little bit of Tommy, what he's saying, in my opinion, and it does sound a little derogatory, right? It does. Now that I'm hearing it, right, I can. But if a woman's defining herself at that, there's more to it, and there could be the case where this woman was in previous relationships, she was tore down, she was, broken
through
up,
whatever.
Yeah.
she
Gone
was
through,
just,
yeah.
she was just torn to pieces, right? And so whenever she got out of, whether it was that one relationship or 2 relationships, however many there was, now she became independent, right? She became strong. I'm gonna tell you something, and Tammy, I love you, baby. But, my ex-wife, she, I could really turn around and say that was a definition of her, if we're gonna name it a boss bitch,
Yeah.
because she was very dependent on me when we were married, because I paid the bills, I had the mortgage, I took care, I had her new car. I mean, everything she had was because I provided it, right? So when we got divorced, the whole table's flipped. Um, Now I'm an asshole, right? I'm the asshole that, whatever happened, we're no longer together, but she became that woman, independent, strong,
Handled business.
yeah. Now she knows what it's like to pay her car note, to pay the mortgage
Yeah.
wherever she's at, to take care of the kids on her own,
I was gonna say, without your help.
without my help, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, because when we were together, I was the best thing as
Right.
chocolate milk, right? Chocolate milk came along. So when we divorced, I was the biggest asshole you can ever find, right? So and
Now
that's,
you're spoiled milk.
That's crazy. Yeah, spoiled milk. I was rotten chocolate, chocolate spoiled. So I think women have labeled themselves that because they've been in those relationships and it didn't work out. So now they feel like, because they're in the control, I'm the boss now and I'm the bitch. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a bitch,
But-
because that's her attitude.
But then once they take on that, they're never like they're not going to get that guy no more because now they've taken on that characteristic. And what man in his right mind wants to have a woman that he doesn't have peace in his home and doesn't have these kind of things, and she's coming across with some crazy attitude to him that she's this and is that, when we all know, I mean, come on, man, like
And
you're
in my eyes, if you're going to be a boss bitch, let's say, because I hear and I see a lot of these girls. For me, if that's truly what you're going to be and you're going to be a badass, the most important thing is, and I see less and less of it today, take care of your damn kids.
Yep.
Stay
Right.
out of
No, that's the
stay out of
priority.
the
Yeah.
stay out of the
Yep.
bars.
Yep.
I see all
Exactly.
these girls getting their tits done, their
Yeah.
ass done. They have a Coach purse, they drive a BMW, but your
Yeah.
kids look like shit and you're always
Right.
up. To me, and a lot of my friends think, oh, Alina's a snob. Oh, Alina's, wait, because I'm home with my kids, because
Yeah.
my kids are priority, because their sports are priority, their mental health is priority. Like, I have sacrificed my life
Yep.
because I chose to have these kids, right? And my kids are pretty much in a good path and I'll start to live my life. But you want to be a boss bitch for me. That's what impresses me when I look at I have a friend, and I won't say her name because I didn't ask her permission, but she went through some shit with her daughter, and her daughter was in high school. And she called me and said, I said, look, your daughter's a good girl. She's kind of lost. That woman took 6 months off of work on state disability and stayed with
To get
her
it right.
daughter and got her daughter right. Now her daughter's in college, gonna
And
go
thriving.
Yeah.
go to pre-law. And I look at her and I'm like,
That's a
if
boss.
I was to name
That's a
somebody a boss
boss.
bitch,
Yeah.
that's her.
But she had her
because
priorities correct.
yeah, she don't care what she looks
Yeah.
like.
Right.
She don't care what car she's driving.
Yep.
What she cared about was her kid.
Yeah.
And their well-being.
And I see so many girls today at the bar partying, and I'll look at it on social media like,
But
Yeah.
where's your
they're
kids? Like,
only addressing one part of being that boss bitch, right? They're
Mhm.
so to be a really legitimate, like solid, valuable woman, right? You got to be like, spiritually, mentally, physically, all these things you got to work on yourself. But the most women are not strong enough to do all that. They don't want to take on all that. That's too much for them. They will take on getting fake ass and fake titties and do this and that to like look at me, and they'll bring guys in to initially, come
Try
and
to
be with
conversate,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But to stay with you and take you serious, like they're not bringing any value to the relationship. They're bringing one aspect of it, but so they want all this out of the men, right? They want, hey, I want a man that, maybe financially stable or just, secure wherever he's at. And I want a man that, is mentally, stable, right? And physically he's healthy. He's, all these different aspects so that you have, but they're not willing to do it themselves. They only so wait a minute. Are you gonna meet me halfway to do all those same things? No, I want a guy that's gonna provide. I don't want to use my own money. I don't want to pay for all the
I
stuff.
don't think all women are probably like that.
No, they're not all
far
like
as-
that, but a lot of them are. They're coming with that, right? And
Yeah.
then then it creates this whole dynamic, right? That the guys are like, now they got their walls up, and now you keep on going back and forth. So because you're acting all like you're this boss woman and no man can handle me, and the guys are like,
Yeah,
oh,
but
you
that's
know.
a
So
Then again,
That's
but
a
that's where
challenge.
Alina. That's
Well,
where Alina says that.
I'm
we're that
not going to go
masculine
for a
man.
challenge. If
Yeah.
a girl's toxic and she's out of control
No,
like that,
toxic
Yeah.
is
I'm not
different.
going for that
Right.
challenge.
Do you-
I don't need to deal with your bratty ass kids.
I was gonna just
and all your
ask that.
shit that you got going
Silver
on.
tooth activity.
You made some
Yep.
bad decisions in your life, right? Now you're in this position, right? You got 2 baby daddies. And
Whoa, whoa,
you're-
whoa, 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 whoa.
Wait a minute, I'm not
Shots
talking
fired.
to you.
Shots fired. Ow.
Wait.
Shots fired.
Hold on. No. I got 2 baby daddies. And let me tell you, homeboy, my kids are good because they got a mama who
They
puts
are,
them
but
first.
we're not talking about you.
Okay,
but
don't
you're
be
just
talking
taking
about
it
2
personal
baby
right now.
daddies.
But you
Shoot.
got these. So now the other thing where you're going to come blasting on me too. But you got, like, I was just listening to the other day.
He said 2 baby
I don't-
daddies.
I don't
Wow.
think-
Look, I was listening to this other day, and that's why I'm bringing it up. So this particular girl, she's like, I want a guy to come in. He's going to take care of me. He's going to do this and that. He's going to pay for everything. My money's going to be my own money. And I'm like, and how old is this girl? And how good does she look? And what is she
That's a
value?
dependent woman, though.
Wait a minute. What value is she going to bring to the table? Like, what is she bringing? How is she going to give this man peace in his life so that he can go out and get all those things for her? No, she's just on the take, and I'm like, wow. Like, so if a man is that value, right? So we got this guy, like they're all chasing this guy that's like this valuable, great, good character.
It looks
this,
good
that.
on paper, right? Like you're
So with that said, well, you know how the percentage of that man where he's at, like that's less than 1% of the men that are out there. Now, do you think, I'm going to be fucked up about this, but you think he's going to waste it on a woman that is that got that baggage
No.
I agree.
and that
No, I
shit
agree.
and all this
I agree.
toxic shit in
That's-
your life. So, woman, like, are you delusional? What are you thinking?
Right, like someone
he
like
has
myself
a choice
who's,
now.
who's single, right? And I know my value. I know what I bring
Your
to the
worth,
table. I know
right?
what I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I'm not
what
gonna
I
put up
have
with all
to-
that shit.
I'm not gonna put up with somebody
Yeah.
that's
No.
That's just on the take. What are you
Yeah,
bringing to
no.
me?
Yeah, but that's
What
not
value you bringing?
Yeah,
to
but
me?
guys like to be Captain Save-A-Hose. Let's be real.
But are we-
you guys, no,
that's lame,
no,
guys.
No, you guys,
Lame, guys. I don't
you
wanna do
guys,
that.
guys will look at a girl who has all her shit together, kids and all, and be like, she's independent. I don't know what I could do for her.
But to
'Cause
me-
and then you'll see a girl over here who's on welfare, and daddy, I need you, and you're like,
Damn,
oh,
that's
she
wrong.
needs me.
Damn,
she
shots
needs
fired
me.
again.
That's true. You
Pointing
guys
the gun
like
at
to be
me.
Captain Save-A-Hose.
Well, those girls that think, oh, it's on paper and it looks good. No, she needs the guy too.
But-
you know,
but-
she's got her defenses. She got her walls up. She's acting like, wait a minute, I don't need. Come on, man. You don't need a freaking man.
But see,
Every
no,
freaking woman needs that.
I
that brings
need a
me to the
man.
point.
I need a man to
Everyone.
fix
No.
my roof.
Yeah,
Clean
right.
out my
Listen.
Freaking lying to
trash
yourself.
can.
No woman needs a man. A woman should want.
No,
a
I
man.
don't agree with that.
They all need
Everyone
'em.
needs a man. It's biblical. You need a partner. You need a man.
that's right.
I pay my own mortgage. I pay 2 car payments. I pay his little
They
college
could
tuition.
survive without
I
a
do
man.
everything, but
But ideally,
definitely
to be
need
at
a
their
man.
best performance, to
Yes.
be at the top, yes, it is 2 of them.
And men need women.
Not
man, let's
one.
face it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it
need a
goes
woman,
vice
Oh,
yeah.
for
versa.
sure.
So,
For sure.
but Tommy, so I'm hearing it. I'm hearing what you're saying. But let's get back to what you said though. A boss bitch, right?
He didn't even want to say it.
Yeah,
though.
he's right.
When,
I don't want to offend you.
when you
or-
got
know what I'm
here, you
saying?
were like, yeah, boss.
But see, because I can respect. I don't look at it as derogatory, but I can respect a boss bitch in the sense of she's got her shit together. She's got all her.
But why do we
affairs
have
in
to
order.
word? But if you're
You don't
that
have to use that
good,
word,
why
no.
do they attach that word
No,
with that?
but
is what I'm
who
saying.
did that though? They defined
know.
themselves though.
Women do it
This
this
damn
way.
generation.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
We didn't do it. I never
No,
I never
for
labeled a
sure.
woman again. I would never, like my wife. I would never call her a bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because that's disrespectful, right?
Yeah.
So I won't do that. So I get it, but a woman, what they're defining is that woman that has her shit together, that has established her kingdom or her worth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I've told my daughters and my stepdaughters, you know, stepkids that I've raised, that know your worth. I mean, I have a stepdaughter. I told her, know your worth. I go, save yourself for marriage. Do you know these values that I instilled? And they thank me to today because I instilled that in them.
Yeah.
But an independent. So I'll use my wife as an example. She was an independent woman, and I'm gonna tell you, and that's why I wanted to be here, because I wanted to share that with you guys, that her being independent was hard because I was that guy that did take care of the dependent women,
Yeah.
right? And so
We're
when you get a
Captain
woman that's
Save-A-Ho.
right, yeah, so you get those welfare baby mamas, you know. Yeah, I had my share. I'm not gonna lie, you know.
Them 714 women.
Yeah. So, yeah. She was not a boss bitch by any means, but my wife, you know, she had her shit together. Well, she had her job, right? She's been on her job 28 years. She, you know, she raised her kids on her own. She, just like you, she had 3 kids. She was a single mother.
Did she have 2 baby daddies?
She had 3 baby daddies.
Damn, Tom,
3
what you
baby
think about
daddies.
3 baby daddies?
One up. Up by one.
So, and I'm not Captain
Like foot in
Save-A-Ho,
mouth.
you know what I mean? So,
Foot in mouth.
But yeah, but it's okay though, because I have 2 baby mamas, you know. So, and if we could have had kids, I would have had one with her. I know we would have, you know,
Yeah.
because I'm fertile myrtle. It's gonna happen, right?
You're Mexican.
Yeah, I'm Latino, chorizo, right?
Oh!
That came out. Sorry, had to slip it in there.
Your wife's gonna
Follow
whoop
my next
your
page.
ass.
Look for me on IG. Chorizo at. No, but
Your wife's gonna whoop your ass.
yeah, she is gonna kick your ass. No, but the thing was, she is, and we had a hard time, and I still have I struggle with it today, because I'm that guy that we have the bills. You don't need to know. I'm gonna take care of it. They're gonna be paid.
Right.
You know, we've had arguments about this because I'm used to that dependent woman that I always had to take care of, man. So now we just had an argument not too long ago. She was pissed because I'm your wife. I need to know what we got to pay. I need to know what's due, because I was stressing, right? And I'm not used to having
Someone
that
take
support.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. And you know,
Yeah.
it feels good to know that, hey, she's working, she gets up, she's working 12 hours a day. And she told me, and it hurt. This is why it bothered me, because she says, I wish I can go back to normal where I don't have to work these 12-hour days. You know, I'm tired. And I go, Tammy, you don't have to work them. But she goes, but I choose to work them because I want to help you. That hit home.
That's
I'm like,
love.
that is love. And
that's a real righteous woman
And
right
me, like
there.
a pendejo, though, I'm like, you know,
Don't worry about it.
Don't yeah,
Don't worry
I'm
about it. I
fighting.
got
No,
you.
I'm
I got
fighting
it.
with it
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm struggling to have somebody to help me.
But do you
right?
think in today's times with everything being so expensive in California that you got to let go of that little pride a little bit
I have
and
to.
let her help
I
you?
do.
And
I
I think that would be me.
I have
I
to.
would be
Yeah.
that way because of the
Yeah.
person I am, and
Oh yeah.
coming out of a marriage of 15 years, I
Yeah.
was the sole provider.
Yep.
And to meet somebody that can provide
Contribute.
for, it'd be
Contribute.
hard for me. Like, nah, don't worry about
Yeah.
it. Just keep it. I got it. Like,
Yeah.
it'd just be more of my pride.
It's
I would
ridiculous
have to let
out
it down.
here right
So-
now. It's
No,
expensive.
absolutely.
Yeah, when we met, when we met each other, money was no object when I met her. Like, and I'm not one to flaunt, but I'm not a stingy. I'm not tight. Like, we went out, I got you. We did whatever, I got
Right.
you. Like, but I remember a couple of times we went out and she pulled out her credit card to pay for it. No, I want to pay. I'm like, fuck, really?
Well, that's how I
like
am.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool, though.
And so yeah, it
exactly
was
how I
cool.
am.
Like
That's
even right
cool,
now,
yeah.
today, right now when I left, money's tight. I'm not gonna lie. And
It is for everybody, homie.
yeah,
Don't
and
trip.
no. So check this out. So when I came, I go, babe, stop that talk, Jack in the Crack. I'm eating a couple of tacos. She goes, babe, you should have took my bank card. I go, it wasn't that. I got money. But she cared enough to say, you should have took my bank card.
Aw.
Like you could have stopped and got some real food.
Yeah.
I go, it wasn't that.
Yeah.
The fact that she cared enough to tell me that, it means a lot. So that's an independent, and if we were gonna use that term, she would qualify under that term, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that's who she was, man. Maybe she wasn't rich, but she had richness in her values.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's
And I
different
love
ways.
the women that hustle. I
Yep.
love the women
Yeah.
that get
Yes.
it done. That
Yeah.
do. My thing is when I hear that word boss bitch,
Mhm.
I think Tom nailed it. Where you put yourself now in that category that nobody even wants to date you or come near you because
Yep.
you carry that whole attitude
That ore,
of a
the
bitch
ore,
with
yeah.
it.
The ore, yeah.
And that's where I feel like that's
Mhm.
why I don't like it because that just
Yeah.
degrades you.
Yep.
You're degrading yourself.
Put you in
Why
a
do
different
that?
class, yeah.
It does. And I
Yeah.
get that you're handling business, but for me, I would never label myself that.
Yeah.
I'm just a mom and nothing more than just a mom.
So
That's how I look at it.
We have a mutual friend, and he knows what I'm talking about. Her name is maybe I won't say name, but we have a mutual friend, and she owns her own business, man. And she got a trucker mouth. I mean, she dropped more F-bombs than freaking nuclear war. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
crazy. Like, and you know, she's tell me she don't push guys away from her house. Nobody wants to approach her really
because
she's that woman. She's
Yeah.
that type.
Yeah.
If we're gonna
Tough
label
on
her,
her.
she's
Yeah.
gonna fit the label right.
But does
boss
she
bitch.
want?
The boss
But
bitch.
does
Yeah,
she
yeah.
want
And
somebody?
she calls herself
Yeah.
the boss bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
needs, just like you said,
She
she
needs
needs somebody
somebody can't-
strong.
Come in there,
Really
cachetadas,
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, got to be strong.
And
if you're a
and
weak
it has
son,
been
yeah.
it has been put on her
Yeah.
shoulders where
Yeah.
she's just had to rise to the
Yep.
occasion,
Yeah.
and she couldn't
Take
depend on
control.
anybody.
No,
Yeah.
So
because
she's made herself to
she
that
hasn't
point.
found that guy strong enough because
so
she's
now
not
that
strong.
she's made her though, so
Yep.
that you, as any man, you
Yeah.
got to catch up to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
some
she,
big shoes to
you know,
fill.
she
And
had,
that's the thing I
guys
think a
were-
lot of people
Yeah.
forget is not all, but
Yeah.
the majority of us single women.
Yep.
And it's not just like, look at my sister. Her baby daddy passed away. So
Yeah.
she had to
Oh, yeah,
rise.
she
She
had
had
no
no
choice,
choice,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
all
So
respect.
a
to
lot
her.
of us, like Seth's dad and I, I don't want to put all his business out there, but it was
No.
not good. It was healthier for me to
You had a
leave and raise-
donor.
Yeah, pretty much. So like I left,
Damn
right?
it.
But we didn't have a choice, right?
Yeah,
Like
right,
we had
yeah.
to do. So it's not
Yeah.
like I said, "Oh, I want to be this independent
Right.
hardcore," and I could have gotten married. I could have brought men in his life,
Yeah.
but I chose his health
And
and
that's
his peace
awesome.
first.
Right,
That's where you
For
put your kids
anything.
before anything.
Yeah, so it's not like we are like, "Oh, I want to be like this."
Yeah.
No, I don't
Yep.
want to work. I don't want
Yep.
to take my trash cans out. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Last time we
all
took your
this-
trash cans out there down the street.
Yeah, they were down the street. I was like,
I
was
heard that
like-
story. They got wind blown by the wind.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Out of water, dude.
Yeah,
That was-
yeah.
I was like, I quit. Like I
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
just sat there, like God. Well, like
We were on the
like,
phone, and when she
where's
pushed you, I gotta call you
oh,
back.
I was. I was like, I'm done. I
Did
just
you see
gave
my
up,
trash
like-
cans?
She posted
No,
it.
I
and was
came
like,
out, I came outside and I couldn't find my trash cans,
Yeah.
and the old man across the street goes, "They're down there." I was like, ah.
The wind caught him.
Yeah, so it's not like we want to, but
Yeah.
at the same time, unless you are mentally, spiritually, like you said, Tom, healthy, I can't bring that toxicness into my house.
No.
I won't do it. You
Yeah.
will not disrupt my peace.
Yeah, and that's high
Right,
standards.
right.
high
And that's one thing
standards, yeah.
I mean, my opinion, a lot of women are about that.
But know your. That's why I say
Don't
know
disrupt
your
my peace.
know your
A lot
worth,
of
right?
women.
Yeah.
I always say know your worth, and that's what it boils down to. You know your worth. You know what you have. What you know what you can give, also, right?
Yeah.
So you're not gonna lower your standards just for any schmuck, to come in there.
And my thing is,
you know?
I don't care if you have a 1980 Toyota
Yeah.
truck and you make 60, 50 grand a
Yeah.
year. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I don't need anything big or
Mhm.
crazy.
Mhm.
I just want to know that we're not going to fight. You're
Yep.
not going to be doing drugs.
Right.
You're not going to be stealing money. You're
Sure.
not going to like trying to hook up with my friends.
Yep.
Like, and yes,
Yep.
I know I come from Pijo and it only
Mhm.
happens in Pijo.
Yeah. See,
But like all of that, I'm not dealing with any of that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just be alone and have my peace. But
Yeah.
it's not because I want to be alone.
Yeah.
It's just, it is where it's at right now.
Right,
and
right.
and I think that's where when we're we get into that. I'm not switching it up, but that's where we like we were asking we're about dating. Like now, right? I'm 57. I've been married going 2 years. Come September, I'll be 2 years. We've been together almost 4 years or about 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. But it was hard. It's hard because, again, just going back to that scorned woman, right? Like the issues that they've been through that carry over into the current relationships and make it hard, right? Trust issues, right?
Their walls are up.
Exactly.
I mean-
Walls are up big time, guards up, right? And it's sad because you hit the nail right on the head. Trusting the brother, the friends, whoever around your wife or for you, your boyfriend, whoever it is, or who's he gonna, mess with or whatever. Trusting people, right? Because everybody's been through some shit, man. You know.
So
what I
I
mean?
have a question for you then.
Yeah.
And it's my famous question.
Right.
Can she check your phone out?
Absolutely.
That a boy.
Absolutely.
I forgive you for
She-
the 714 and the
She knows my
All
code.
right.
She knows my code, and this has happened to me. She did check my phone once.
What were you doing?
She did. I wasn't doing anything, but so I'll be honest with you about this. What happened was
What
she
happened
went through.
was-
No, she
What
went through.
happened
Oh,
Because
shit.
no, she went through my phone. But so when I was out of that relationship.
He's like, "Oh, shit,
So I
I'm
was
in
out of that
trouble."
relationship
Bruh.
with my ex, and I had those stepkids that I raised, right?
Yes.
So they text me. They would, they call me dad. They call me pops, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was some messages in there, and she's like, "Why are they reaching out to you? You're not their dad. You're absolutely right." So you checked, and I told her, "Why are you going through my phone? What reason do you have to go through my phone?" She goes, "I don't need a reason." I go, "You're absolutely right. You don't need a reason. But why are you questioning me? I didn't do anything wrong. You don't trust me?
Yeah.
Because I don't go through your phone. Believe me, I know her code, and I got plenty of opportunities to do it, but I don't. Why? Because I trust her, I love her, and I care. I didn't, get married to you so we can divorce. That wasn't my plan, right?
Amen, brother.
That wasn't my plan. Yeah.
Amen.
So, and she knows it. It's right here, babe. 6540. I
phone
could
better
tell
be
you.
faced up
I
all the
could tell
time.
you. I've thought about changing my
You know
passcode.
when you're asleep, she just puts it in your
Yeah,
face.
yeah,
right?
yeah, no, yeah.
She goes in the
She
other
does,
room.
Yeah,
and
she's
goes
got my thumbprint. She'll cut my finger off. Yeah, when I die, vamonos. But
Puts it
no,
on tape.
But no, if there's something in my phone, that she finds, it's gonna be something like family, her. There's nothing in there for her to
Yeah.
question other than.
Why didn't you tell me your mom
Yeah,
didn't like my cooking?
other than so it goes back to even, so this is funny, right? It goes back to our Facebooks, right? Obviously, we weren't the first for each other, right? We weren't. So she had a relationship in the past. So did I. So what does that mean? I have pictures from the past, right?
Oh, hell.
You know what I mean? No, but we're deleting them as we go. No, we're
no.
deleting. Delete.
Oh, I thought you meant naked
no,
pictures.
No, hell no, not.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking. Remember, I was married 22 years.
Okay,
I have
so that's-
my kids'
yeah.
pictures and stuff.
Okay.
And that's hard. I delete the ex.
I thought you meant
no,
naked.
no, hell no, not even no. I don't even got naked pictures of her, so it don't work like that. So,
Okay.
No, but I'm saying just deleting shit from the past because I've had that account since Facebook came alive. And
Yeah.
how long has Facebook been around now?
And an honest question, though,
Mhm.
is it hard to delete those pictures? Because not that you love your
Yeah,
ex or you're in
yeah,
love with her, but
yeah.
she is the mother
Yep.
of your child,
Yep.
of your kids. So
Yep.
that's hard,
But
right?
that's
Very
one-
hard.
That's one way of moving forward.
Very hard.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to be
gotta-
able to do
Oh,
it, though.
Yeah.
man.
Got to,
So-
as much as that's gonna hurt.
So
Yeah.
here's what I can say, and I'll be honest, and I'll be honest about this. The ones from my baby's mamas, my kids' mothers, there might be some still in there, but there's no reason for me to have any of my last relationship.
Got it.
That wasn't a marriage, right? I had no
Yeah,
kids with
I
her.
get that.
There's no ties.
And the reason I
No
ask
reason.
is I look at pictures from my parents,
Yeah, mhm.
and they've been divorced since
Yeah.
I was like 2.
Yep.
those are my
Those are your
parents.
memories.
I want my
Yep.
pictures
Yeah.
of my parents.
Well, that-
Yeah.
My mom gave me her wedding pictures.
Yep.
You know what I mean? She
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
"Here, these are yours."
Yeah.
She didn't need them, right? Like
Yeah.
any pictures that she gets of my dad, she gives to
Yeah.
me. So that's what I'm saying. Is it hard because those are for pictures
Those
for
are
your kids?
family memories. So
Yes.
of my ex-wife who we had children together, absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out what I do. I'll tell you, I delete the picture, but I send it to my daughter.
Oh, that's yeah.
So I go before I delete it. I send it to her in a
Good.
text
That's
message,
smart.
Yeah.
and then I delete them because I want them to have the memories, whether she chooses to
But now,
develop
if there's
them or
a
keep them.
picture of, let's say,
Sure.
your
Mhm.
your ex and your son or something, for instance, like,
Together
yes, it's okay to keep that picture then, right?
for myself.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Why not?
saying.
Yeah.
Because I think
It's not, if it's not just
I
a
think
picture of
everybody's
her.
different.
Yeah,
Let's say it's just a
but I
picture of your ex. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, let me get rid of that and send that to your daughter.
I have
But a
pictures-
I'm
picture
cropping
of,
her out. I'm cropping her out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, those are pictures that you want to have in the
Yeah.
future to give your kids, man.
Yeah.
You can never get that picture back
Yeah.
digitally on our phone. We're not going to get it back, right? But to go back to my personal relationship with my wife, anything to do with my ex-girlfriend that I was in that relationship prior to her,
It's gone.
gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Have
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
it
gone.
has to be
And if
gone.
it pops up, it's really gone. And
Yeah.
and we have our reasons. Just like, and it's not. It's funny because my wife is jealous, and I didn't like it.
Jealous or territorial?
Oh.
Shit, both. I guess they put it together, right?
Be-
Oh,
I don't know how to
that's
answer that.
different.
No, because
So-
territorial is she got a good man and she knows she has a good man.
So she's territorial.
Someone ain't
yeah.
taking her good man.
She's territorial, man.
Yeah. So
she's
there's a
territorial.
difference.
But I see a little bit of jealousy because, so, man, here's the deal. So we talk to each other all the time, driving to work, driving home from work, and I'm set in my ways. So when I would drive to work, I love music, man. Music's my passion, right? I listen to music.
I feel ya.
He knows. I was
I
at the
feel ya.
concert last
I'm the
night.
same way. I
So
feel
that's
ya.
my time. When I'm driving to
thanks
work,
for
I'm
the
gonna
invite to the
If-
SOS.
yeah,
band.
yeah. So I'm trying to pump
Where we
up.
going to?
Tommy got me tickets. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. That's what I'm saying. I don't
Thanks
like
for the hookup,
SOS
Tommy.
band.
I was just kidding. We'll get you next time. Yeah, so when I drive to work, I get pumped up, right? That's my time, right? And coming home, I unwind. But she wants to talk to me. Like, we talk to each other. But it was funny because when we were first dating, I loved it. Loved it.
Because it was new.
It was new, yeah.
exciting.
And it's still new because there's only 3 years here. And we have a lot of memories to build still. But sometimes I just feel like driving home, I had a rough day, I want to unwind. And if I'm in a crappy mood and I haven't unwind, guess what? Who's gonna get it?
Yeah.
She's gonna get it. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Well, and I feel that because in the beginning, when you're first starting,
Yep.
you want to talk to her. You want to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to her,
You
right?
wanna know each other.
But then after a while,
you want your space.
because now you live with her. In
Yep.
the beginning, you
Yeah.
didn't live with her.
Yeah.
And now
Oh,
you
that's
do.
another story.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
We happened. We went quick. We went
Hey,
100 miles an
we're
hour.
going south. We're going off the topic.
Yeah.
Reel this one back
no.
in.
Yeah, but
Well-
no. So anytime she wants to go through my phone, nothing to hide. Got nothing to hide. She
I
can go
got
through anytime. You know?
Yeah.
Matter
I
of fact,
feel
I'm gonna
ya.
tell her, look at it when I get home.
Now, but you felt differently, right? Your phone is your phone.
Well, no, I mean my phone is my phone, but I mean I'm an open book. Like I
Mhm.
keep my.
Yeah.
I had a significant other or whatever.
Yeah.
If she want to go through my phone, she can go through my phone. I mean, I had
Mhm.
nothing to hide.
Yeah.
I mean, phone is always faced up. It's never
Mhm.
face down.
That is my biggest pet peeve: is
Yeah,
the phone
yeah,
face
like,
down.
yeah.
Or if you take the phone to the
See,
bathroom.
so I do that, and I do that. I do take the phone to the bathroom. But I'm gonna tell you something. I did.
No,
it
I take the phone to the bathroom
No,
'cause I'm
because I
scrolling.
read it. I read it.
I need my time to scroll.
My wife tells me the phone that she hates my phone because when I get home and it's our time, I do get on the phone. It's bad, man. So when I do, like today, I went to the store, or last night I went to the store before we met up. I went to go buy me some beer, and I left my phone because the music was playing. I left it there on purpose, too. Like, go for it. It's there. And I put a test to see if she did, you know? I don't know. She said, Tommy called you. Tommy's on their way. All right, cool. You know, like, or whatever. Tommy texted you. Cool, but I left my phone there and I went to the store. Now, if I had something to hide, would I leave my phone there? Hell no. Not going to happen. Anybody in the right mind is not going to do that. You know, everybody say, oh, you could delete all the bullshit. Right? You can delete whatever. I'll say technology's, you can fucking pull up a message that you deleted on your
Yeah,
phone.
you can.
You can. So
But
I just learned that.
But I
so.
think that, like you said earlier, for women, we have gone through so much
Yeah.
with whoever we dated in the past.
Like this.
We build this wall. We
Mhm.
become this strong woman.
Mhm.
We're not going to let you disrupt our peace. You're
Yeah.
not going to sit here and play these games with us.
Yeah.
We're too old
Like,
for that.
and most women, believe it or not, can meet a guy and within 5 minutes they know if you're a cheater or not.
Yep.
And they will still entertain. They will still probably mess around because there's still a part of them that think
Excitement.
No, they think they can change you, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for me personally, if I even feel that you're slightly a cheater or you're slightly playing a
Yeah,
game,
no happening.
that independent part is like, I don't need to deal with that.
Mhm.
It's not that I don't need a man.
Yeah.
It's I don't need to deal with that.
Yeah.
Because the only man that I want to have to babysit, take care of, think about is my son, not
Yeah.
my husband, my boyfriend, or who I'm living with. I want to be able to know you got me, I got you.
Yep.
We're too old to be messing around anymore. Like at some point, the games have to stop.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's less and less men out there. There's a
Sure.
whole lot of boys out there,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and they love to
And
play.
that's why Lisa is like, that's the difference between dealing with a man and dealing with a boy.
Hookup
you know
in
what
a
I mean? Like,
relationship is totally different. Yeah.
Like there's, like you said, you described that one woman that's has her walls up. She's been through whatever. And any kind of guy that tries to approach her or talk to her, she's like, but it'll take that one guy that says, okay, she kind of sees it. He's
Yeah.
genuine. He's literally trying to get to know her, trying to, what I say, courting.
Yeah.
There's a guy, there's far men out there that
yeah.
are willing to court a woman.
I think you're
Okay.
doing that now, Tom. You're definitely
Sure.
dating and showing her what a real man
Sure.
should be like. But you also made a comment that to me when we were talking on the phone that she's also cares for you in a way you really haven't had.
Definitely.
Kind of opened your eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it goes both ways, right? You can feel it from her just as she can feel it from you, and
Right.
what you
And you
guys
guys
are
feed off
willing
each other.
to.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's
But I
where
also think-
Yeah,
what
but
do you
if
call it?
you're
The-
coming with that bad energy and you got
Yeah.
these walls up
Reciprocate.
and you're not,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, reciprocating.
And
totally.
women, like we said earlier, I said women will become more feminine when you become more masculine.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
in today's time, and again, I don't care that you can't fix my roof,
Mhm.
but I don't want to have to be the one to call someone to fix the
Yeah.
roof.
Wait, yes, you do.
If we're married and he walks and he's like, babe, I just got somebody from Home Depot, don't trip, it's
Yeah.
getting fixed. I'd be like, it's getting fixed. I don't have to worry about it. Like
my deal.
that's yeah.
My
You said I gotta pay
girlfriend,
him a 12-pack.
my girlfriend said that. It's like before,
pack
yeah,
of
she had all these walls up, and she was that woman that she had this like black heart.
Damn,
these guys,
girlfriend?
Yes.
and yeah, so
I think there's a lot of
Yeah.
women out there that
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but with after dealing with me, like those walls, it just
Yeah.
naturally came down because she, like you said, she feels if he's genuine, if he's a
Secure.
man, is she
Yeah.
secure, does she feel
Yep.
comfortable, is
Yeah.
she
Safe.
is she
She's
safe
safe with you,
right?
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
once
And
she
you dance
feels
with
those
her.
things
Yep. Oh,
down,
yeah.
oh
You're-
yeah,
He dances
Yes,
pretty
I'll
good
elbows
too.
up. He's
He
dancing.
got rhythm for
Hey,
a white boy.
man.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you. Who
I
said
got
white boys
freaking-
can't dance?
I got happy feet. I'm out there
He can
freaking
dance. Yeah, that is happy feet
Yeah,
right
I
there.
love
Thumper.
it.
Yeah.
Every
Call
time
him
I see
Thumper.
that, every
man.
time
That's Thumper.
But
Thumbs
you
up.
guys make it sound like you guys are a dime a dozen. Like it is so hard.
Yeah,
You know,
what?
I'm gonna say this
You're
right
not the only
now.
one that says that.
I'm
yeah.
because I know my worth and I know my value.
Yep.
I am that one. I
Yep.
am that diamond.
So are we the 1%?
So now,
Yeah,
but my
you guys
my,
don't- you're
my
the 1%.
girlfriend was like, she gave up, right? And she had that wall up. But me, I always, just like you said, like I always said, nah, hell no, I'm not giving up, man.
Yeah.
Right.
I am that, and you're
Yep,
right.
yep.
And I'm gonna hold to that, and I'm gonna find that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you are that, you will attract that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So when these ones, if you're being, fake, and you're just out on the take and you're looking for this and it's all about that, guess what? You're going to be
You're gonna
single
get the- you're gonna-
and
yeah.
you ain't never going to find it because people can read through your shit and they can feel it. They can
Right.
feel
No,
your
totally.
energy and you're going to be out. But when you're legit, that one that is also, you will line up and be like, oh, hey, I found one that's on
And
the same
like I
page
said,
as me. The same
Let's
thing.
just say I'm seeing a girl. Let's just say she has her walls up.
Yeah.
Right? And I really like this girl.
Yeah.
Just talk, because a guy knows too, right off the bat. Damn, this is the girl that I want to pursue or
Yeah.
try to court or just talk to.
Yeah.
And she has her wall up. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be
Really?
like, oh hell yeah. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna just continue to show her how genuine I am and how like how
Yeah.
Tom is, whatever, and show her like how she should be treated and how to show her how I am genuinely.
Killer with
There's
Yeah,
a
dude,
saying
and then it's
that
gonna eventually tear down those
Mhm,
walls.
yeah.
You would
And
think,
she's
you
gonna-
would hope, but not all the time women take that strategy.
Yeah.
man.
Right.
Some women
there-
are really.
There's a
Yeah.
saying that you should marry the man that's in love with you, not you in love with him, because it's harder for a man to fall in love with the woman than it is for a woman to fall in love with the man.
Yeah.
Just
Mm.
do you understand
That's
that?
true. Yeah.
So as a woman, we can learn to love you guys, right?
Mhm.
But as a man, it's either
You
yes
can't
or
learn it.
no.
Learn it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you that men
Yeah.
cannot.
You have to have that
Well, there was a
chemistry.
thing I
Yes.
watched on TikTok. It was a thing by oh my god, Steve Harvey.
Oh
A man
Lord.
knows.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
man
yeah,
knows
yeah.
within the first 6 months whether or not she's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
I think
I
you know it quicker than that.
Yeah.
you know
Oh,
what,
we're
with
learning in the
Yeah.
first 6
And
days.
I was
I knew
gonna
right
say,
away.
so does
That's
a
good.
woman.
I
A
mean,
woman
I-
knows right
I
away.
I truly
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah.
And you know what? And it's true.
And it goes back to I just don't feel like there's enough. So today there was an argument at the house with my son,
Mhm.
and the one thing I had to realize is he's very opinionated, right? He's very assertive, shoulders back, head up, like that's who I raised because I don't like weak ass men, so
Mhm.
I didn't raise a weak ass
Yeah.
son, right?
Mama didn't
However,
raise no bitch.
nope,
Yeah.
he ain't no that's
No
for-
boss bitch.
But what I had to realize is I have to also respect his opinion when
Yeah.
he talks.
Yep.
And just because I'm his mom doesn't mean I get to
Yeah.
shut him up
You
when
have
I
to
feel
listen to
like
him,
it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
as we're talking, I looked at my son and I just hugged him and he goes, what do you, I said, you know what, mijo? My
Mhm.
bad.
Yeah.
You be you. Like
Yeah.
I have to now realize you are this grown, he's turning into a full grown
Mhm.
man,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And I loved that he didn't yell at me.
Mhm.
He didn't cuss at me. He
Mhm.
didn't disrespect me, but he stood his
ground.
ground.
Yeah.
And he said, this is,
Good.
you wanted me to be this person,
Yeah.
but now you and Sissy want to shut me down every
Right.
time. And I was like, oh,
Damn.
no, I don't, because I don't want his wife being like, you're a bitch. Your
That's
mama raised
everything
you
that
this
you
Oh,
taught him,
hell
that you
no.
instilled in him.
Yes.
See?
And so I've
Yeah.
always
Job well done.
raised him shoulders
Yeah.
back, open your mouth, look
Yep.
that man in the face,
Mhm.
shake his hand firmly.
Firmly, yep.
And now I'm like, ooh, I
Eye
raised what I
contact,
wanted, but
yep,
I can't
yeah.
handle it.
Yeah.
Coming back
Created a
against me.
monster.
So she's not ready for
Yeah.
that type of man. She's
So-
scared.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh damn.
And
I'm
she's gonna be
like,
traumatized again.
And that goes back to so kind of what we're talking about with with my wife in our relationship, having struggles, right? Arguments, right?
Mhm.
So I'm not one to admit I'm wrong at all. I'm freaking
that
strong-minded.
machismo in you.
Yeah, bad, right? So and also arguments. I would have to. I've learned to pick and choose. You know what
You
I mean?
always got to
Like,
pick and choose your battles.
you
especially
have
being in a
to,
marriage.
so-
I did that for 15 years.
yeah. So and
You
I
can fight this. No.
I struggled with it hard in the beginning. I really struggled with it because I'm gonna just put it out there. In my other relationships, I was the man. I was the leader. I was like, they did what I said, and it's gonna
And do you
happen.
feel like maybe that's why it never worked out?
No. See, I didn't. In other words, they chose to be that person, right? In the relationship, they gave me the rope. Hang yourself, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what it was. I'll be honest with you. So, and it was cool because I felt like maybe they felt I'm running the house, I'm paying everything, give him his space, right? So, which was cool. But with Tammy, I caught myself in the beginning. We're butting heads, man, hard. Like I want out, man. I don't want to be with this woman. Dude, what did I do? You know, I'm being honest, and like I was doubting myself, right? Like, and then I started thinking, like, what do I love about her? You start thinking back to why did I fall in love with her? Why did we get to this point, right? And so I started, damn, dude, you're stubborn. You need to let go of and admit your wrongdoings. And that's what I started doing. So just really quick, I had never been one to apologize to her, man. And one day we got into this argument. And she would, like, a couple of times she'd go in there in the room and she'd cry. And I'm, oh, dude, really? You're gonna pull that shit? Like, you know, crying and she's crying. Like, I'm thinking to
Typical
myself, yeah.
machismo.
No, but check this
Yeah.
out, man. And then I heard her really crying, man. And she's like, and I just heard her sobbing like freaking, dude, it hurt me. It freaking hurt. And I never apologized to her. I've never was not that guy. And I went in there and I grabbed her. I said, you know what, babe, I'm sorry, man. I love you, Tammy. I don't want to hurt you, babe. I'm sorry.
And see, you know what?
Forgive me.
And that's how, like myself,
Yeah.
that's where you learn you're growing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When, especially like
Yeah.
within myself,
Yeah.
like when I'm at fault.
Mm-hmm.
Before I used to never do that. I
Yep.
would also too.
Yeah.
Like now that I know, hey, you know what?
Yeah. Own it.
My
Own
bad.
it. Yeah.
You know
Hey,
what?
you
But
look
if
like
you're-
I've had
Yeah.
one. I had one instant where I was called out, and I was just like, oh damn.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Yep.
I was like, hey, you know what? Seriously, you know what? It was my
My
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
I was absent-minded at the
Yeah.
time because I had so much going on. I didn't realize
Yeah.
this, that, and that. And then that person was like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
And I was
If
like,
you
okay, you know what?
genuinely make,
And it killed me.
well, I was gonna
dude.
say,
I
if
was
you
like, I felt
genuinely make your
bad.
girl cry that you love, if she's sobbing,
Yep.
she loves you, and you can't recognize it.
Yeah.
She's not even crying anymore about what you guys were
It's when
fighting
she
over.
goes silent.
Now she's
Yeah.
crying that she's with a man who doesn't even care that she's hurting.
And she feels like you don't love her. Yeah.
Yes,
You don't love
and
her.
that is huge. And
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's what it is today. A lot of
Yep.
men always have to be right. They
Mhm.
can't apologize. They don't
agree.
care. And it's like,
Yeah.
I will agree on
at
that.
this point, F the argument. Like,
Yeah.
I'm hurt. Like, you hurt
Yep.
me and you don't even care.
Yeah. And that's why I know that I'm growing or we're growing. Like we're saying, the love is, the bond is bigger. This morning, a quick example, we're getting ready to go to Knott's Berry Farm. So I went in the kitchen really quick. I was hungry. So I started making some burritos. And, she wasn't feeling good, right?
I like
she
how you
wasn't
rolled the
feeling
R.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that? And she don't, she wasn't feeling good last night. She was sick. And so when we got up, I said, do you feel like doing something? We don't have to. We can stay home. She goes, no, let's go. So I went in the kitchen. I was hungry. Like I said, I rolled them up. And she came out and I go, here you go, babe. Here's breakfast. And
Oh,
I
thought
gave
you
it
just
to her.
made it for yourself.
No, the salsa, hell no.
I was like,
I
call you
made it for
selfish.
everybody, man. Yeah. So I gave it to her and she goes, what do you have? What is it? I go, it's beans and chorizo. Because everybody loves chorizo, right?
Right.
So anyways, so she's like, no, I don't think I was thinking we would stop at McDonald's and we can get something on the way. Because she was trying to, number one, save time. Let's get out of here and go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she wasn't wanting something spicy because she's
Yeah.
been sick. So I got pissed off, man. I'm like, really? I make you fucking burrito? You don't want to
I hooked you up and you don't even
eat
like
fucking
it.
chorizo?
I went out of
I
my
would've
way.
taken
Yeah,
a
you
burrito
know,
myself.
give
I'm
her a
like,
fucking
cool.
burrito, like, yeah.
Oh,
I got a
And
burrito for me.
so my
yeah,
feelings.
dude, I was mad. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
right.
was pissed off. And I'm thinking, and then she goes, babe, I told you I'm not feeling good. And I don't think it's going to sit right with my stomach. And I'm like, fuck, whatever, So she goes to the bathroom. And I'm sitting there at the kitchen. I go, you're a fucking asshole, bro. Like, you need to go over there and fix this shit.
You
And I
caught
did.
yourself.
That's over
I
a
caught
burrito.
myself. I threw the fucking burrito down. I went to the bathroom. I said, babe, I'm sorry. You don't have to eat my fucking chorizo if you don't want it. I said, I'm sorry, babe. And I go, I'm fucking sorry. I was wrong.
But a
Forgive me.
lot of guys
Forgive me.
cannot say they are wrong.
I know,
and I
and that's what I
did.
said.
I owned
Hey,
it.
that's where you're not growing though. Like
Right,
if
you
you're
have to
in
humble
constructive
yourself.
criticism,
But
if you're wrong, like and
And
you
then-
don't
yeah.
see it, that
Yeah.
you're
So
like,
somebody told me something yesterday. I'm not gonna tell you this, so don't ask, because we kind of had an argument about you, but it was a friendly argument.
all right.
Like, oh well, Tom's hardcore. I said, but Tom's not.
Mhm.
No, Tom is like that. He reminds me of my ex. I said, but I know her ex, right? And I said, this is the difference. Because you and I have gotten in an argument.
Sure.
And Tom was like, I'm gonna let you go. I was like, bye.
Talk to you tomorrow.
No, and Tom called me the next day and was like, you know what? I see your point. I
Yeah,
said, and that's the
yeah.
thing is Tom is as hardcore as he is,
Yeah.
he can understand because he literally, I feel like when you talk to him, he pays attention
Yeah.
to you, right?
Yeah.
So I know when we hung up that phone, he was like, damn, I just pissed her off. I pissed
fucked
me
up,
off. And he thought about it and
Mhm.
called back the next day. I said,
Yeah.
so I told my friend, that's the difference between him and your ex. Like,
Mhm.
there's a part of you as hardcore, because you are hardcore. Old school. Like, I swear you're Mexican, even though you're
yeah,
not.
Yeah. No, he was raised by wolves.
Yeah, like he's like, nah, F that.
Yeah.
I see it in you, and I've seen it since you've gotten with your girlfriend in the talks that we've had, and you've
Yeah.
talked about her, and I'm like, damn, all right. Like, but again, I have to keep saying, and I keep repeating myself, it is so few and rare. It is like very, very few of you
Yeah.
guys out there.
Yeah.
Well, and then the people that are doing that and living that life, you got to keep on doing it because you're the example to the people that are around you. Everybody wants to see that real love. Like you're like, oh my
That
God,
90s
look
love?
at that.
Yep.
Yeah,
That 90s
Hell
gangsta
yeah, you're-
love?
I
Totally.
Yeah.
bring it up. we
Like
need to bring
you're
back that
just like
chivalry.
everybody loves to see it. You're
Yep.
like, oh my God, look at the way
Yeah.
he treats her or she treats him, and you're just like, man, I love that. I
So-
want to see that. So yeah, you got to be that dying breed, man.
One quick question before we end it, because it's time to go.
Mhm.
You guys are out in public, and you're at the swap meet dancing with your girl, concert last night, or a bar with your girl.
Mhm.
She has to
Why
go
does
to
it
the
have to be a
bathroom.
bar?
Well,
Why can't it be
Okay.
dinner?
Mhm.
Okay, dinner.
I want to hear this question.
She has to go to the bathroom. And I guess it wouldn't be necessarily dinner, because it would be more at
Yeah.
An outing.
an outing like that where there's a lot of people and a lot of drunk.
Do you let her go by herself?
Do you let her go to the bathroom
No.
by herself?
Oh,
or do you-
hell no.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm walking her to the bathroom.
My wife will always
That's
ask
old
me to take
school.
her to the
Yeah.
bathroom,
That
and
is
I'll take her
old
anyways.
No
Yeah.
way, I'm not letting her
No,
do it by
hell no.
herself.
That-
Now you don't.
Or if we're in a group setting,
Yeah.
hey, Alina, can you go with her to the
Yeah,
bathroom?
it's-
Like, you know,
All
I would
right.
Oh
expect
yeah.
that.
We'd even walk you to the bathroom. Yeah, you're with
All
us.
righty.
Hell yeah.
Well, I wasn't invited to the SOS
Hey,
concert last night, so you know.
Tommy got the tickets. I'm sorry.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining all three.
Thanks
of
for
you.
having
I
me.
hope that
That
I
was
don't
great.
get banned from Women Forever.
No, I don't think so. I think this was actually a
Good.
good
That
one.
was good.
That was
It was
awesome.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sol. You didn't chime in at all, Solomon.
Well, I couldn't get a word in edge.
There's 4 of us here
Yeah.
blasting away.
Between Jimmy and
I
Tommy,
didn't
I don't
talk that
know.
much. Shit.
Pew, pew, pew.
Right? That's fire. There you go.
Well, please follow on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Coffee and Chaos on Instagram, TikTok. All 3 of the guys, their Instagram was listed. And until next time, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
He said.